What is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I sure hope YouTube can see and hear me, because for some reason I can't browse YouTube. I can't do any, but I was able to start a live stream there and I see chat there. So that's weird. But hi, how's it going? I'm Braythorn. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you guys here. There was a little delay getting ready because I was testing YouTube. I was trying to see, like, why am I not able to see anything on this site? Like, this is my primary source of entertainment. What the heck is going on? YouTube's not for everyone, but it seems to be mainly affecting, like, browsing through videos. Huh. So you're only watching this on YouTube probably if you have notifications on. So there you go. I thank you for that. And hey, it worked out for you in the end. The homepage was glitched. It's not quite that simple, bass player, but what's up? Welcome. I'll explain what I mean in a second. Fowler, welcome in. Steve, how you doing? And of course, bass player as well. I'll explain in just a second what I mean. But Natty, how you doing? Welcome in. Exiled Wolf, what's going on? Hope the Digimon pack openings went well. Bone Shock, what is up? Shanala, Cerberus, welcome in. So here's the thing. It goes beyond just browsing or the homepage, because we watch in our living room, we watch YouTube on we have an Amazon Fire 4K Cube thing. And that's what we watch YouTube on in the living room. It completely logged out of YouTube and refused to log back in. It is not simply browsing. I regret to inform you. So I was really worried. I was like, I guess I'm doing half of a stream tonight, but nope. Link 400, welcome. What's up? Hey, 15. Nice, Shanala. Thank you. Even through, like, me going off on vacation and stuff, you still sticking with it. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. I'm pretty sure most people's streaks were kind of ruined whenever I was doing CES and, like, going live and offline and online a million times. Sorry about that. IRL streaming, not easy, as it turns out. Who would have thought? We do have some interesting things here tonight that we're going to be looking at. We'll see how it goes. Pretty fun. I got a full-size field screwdriver with my new case. Oh, that's cool. What case is it? What's up? Jack Reacher, how's it going? It says someone seems grumpy today. I'm not sure who that might be. Are you talking about someone in your vicinity over there? Because I'm feeling good. But no, yeah, it's I'm just checking something here. I want to see if I can figure anything else out about this situation. Let me see here. Modcom Volcano Stellar. What kind of case is that? I guess I'll have to look that up in a little bit. Funniest comment I saw about the YouTube going down is Steam maintenance decided to do maintenance on YouTube too, apparently. Damn it, Gaben. What's up, Phantoms 26? How you doing? Welcome. From a Polish company. Wow. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at something here. Interesting. Okay. All right. Sorry. I was being very quiet there. Sorry about that. What's up, Z-Manscar? How's it going? Crosby Killing, welcome. Kling, excuse me. Crosby Kling. Why are you being so grumpy? Crosby, who are we talking to right now? That's interesting. Did you and Jack Reacher poop up there decide to claim someone was being grumpy? Wow. The things kids get up to these days. That's insidious. Oh no, everyone, look, this guy's being grumpy. And I'm just here like, yeah, I guess. Wow, I'm such a grump. Hey, look. One of my favorite channels of all time is literally a guy who's grump and another one who's not so grump. It's not gonna make me, it's not gonna make me like, oh no, if you call me a grump. Steam does maintenance every Tuesday. Can't remember the exact times, but it's every Tuesday. Hey, regular maintenance is never a bad thing. So it's not aliens gosh darn it, one day it'll be aliens did something. Not this time. Hang tight though. Funny enough, if you have Steam open, the Steam community tab is also having trouble loading any content at all. That's weird. Is this another, hold on, is this another AWS thing? Is this another AWS outage? A lot of stuff runs on Amazon Web Services. So, perfect stream to watch while sorting my Pokedex. Sorting the Pokedex is great. That's an awesome thing to do. It's just, it's so relaxing. It might be me. I'm Scottish. It's just the way we sound. He's not grumpy. He just is angry. Yes, chat. This is my angry face. I'm guessing because browsing is not working right now. We might draw in a few sort of non-regulars. That's totally fine. So let's talk about what we do here. The only thing really that makes me grumpy is bad stuff happening in the PC industry, at least on stream here. I keep other grumpiness causers off-topic stuff out of the stream. Also, vendors and card shops that charge way too much, like as if they're scalpers or something. That does bother me. But aside from that, I help people with PC stuff, and specifically, I help people who are like, I can't find a PC. I want to buy a PC pre-built. I want to buy a pre-built PC, or I need help putting together a parts list for a DIY build, and I've never done one, or it's been years since I've done one. What's good? So I help with those things. I do it for free. That's what I do here. So yeah. There are rants that happen here, but usually it has to do with a system integrator doing something dumb, or in Nvidia being Nvidia, or just things like that. Things like that. Anything related to Apex gaming PCs, or and sometimes Cyberpower, although I mostly just ignore them. Pulled Mega Lucario EX today. Nice, not Jasper's. Very cool. I heard a very funny situation at work today where they brought their office PC. They only chosen 4 gigs of RAM. Problem when they have many tabs. So, I mean, yeah, that's Windows by itself will eat most of that up. As Digimon pulls him 3 away from master setting one of the booster boxes. Nice. Master setting a set is a very ambitious thing to do. I don't know if I'm going to be trying to tackle that anytime soon. According to Down Detector, 1,048 user reports of problems with AWS. Interesting. Don't go poking him like the great crocodile hunter Steve Irwin. Poking who? Me? Watching with the PC helped me pick the parts from Micro Center last January. Been an awesome year with it, Phantoms. That's awesome to hear. That's very, very cool. It might be me. I'm Scottish. It's just the way we sound. Cloudflare? I don't think so. I don't know. Never mind. He's definitely grumpy. Definitely. Absolutely. What an absolute grump this guy is. Anyway, welcome to the stream, everybody. So glad to have you here. And I usually get, so we're going to talk about PC stuff, of course. PCs and Pokemon, that's what this channel is now, until we move things to the Pokemon channel that is still being worked on. And it's seemingly a little difficult to download old VODs off of YouTube, which is interesting because I don't know if y'all remember, but we started all of this Pokemon stuff with I think an 8 or 9 hour Black Friday stream where I was like, I need something to do during this stream. And I had a couple ETBs that I just bought because prices had dropped. And I was like, oh, everybody enjoys this. All right, let's do this. Yeah. So, yeah. So, but apparently going back and downloading an 8 hour VOD just to get the footage of that, because I wasn't recording 8 or 9 hours of streaming just to get a few clips of me ripping Pokemon packs, which I was really bad at, by the way. How'd y'all let me get away with that? I talked way too much. I took way too long. And I didn't. The thing is, I'm not going to say you shouldn't do anything unless you already know what you're doing. Because how are you going to learn what you're doing, how to do a thing, if you don't ever try it when you don't already know how to? Okay, let's think, then talk. Okay. Of course, you should try stuff before you know what you're doing. That's how you learn to do things. But man, that was like a big stream. And like, I was like, wow, look at it. How do I rip this thing? I still haven't quite figured out how to rip packs the right way, but whatever. But yeah, we're trying to get like all of that old footage to like mash into shorts to start off chronologically the Pokedex collection and all that. But it's tough. It is tough. Something made me grumpy Gus last week, but it's very just to annoy Steve thing. Just saying. We've all got those little things that are just like, yeah. My oh my, how times have changed. I remember when 4 gigs of RAM was a lot. Me too. Me too. Hello, Brad. I'm just lurking. Who's Brad? What's up, Daniel? How's it going? Welcome. Bray, what do you set up like 10 to 20 minute replay buffer in OBS so you can just save the parts where you open the packs? I just locally record. Whenever I'm going to be doing Pokemon stuff, I just hit the record button I have on my stream deck right here. So I locally record now. I just wasn't doing it then, Natty. I didn't know I was going to continue to do it. It's mostly because you guys responded so positively to it that I was like, you know what? I think I could do this. And also, I enjoyed it so much. And I was like, I'm tired of talking about just how much stuff sucks all the time when it comes to the PC industry. Let me do something that's fun. And of course, it had to be something where it's like, hey, this industry isn't all that great either. I'm hearing more about that kind of stuff too when I talk to vendors. Why is it that distributors have to ruin every business, every industry? Distributors just get their grubby little thing because they are necessary and they know it. And they're like, oh, you want products to sell? Oh, man, that's so like, wow. You're just begging, aren't you? Well, I guess we're just going to have to upcharge you. Or you know what? We did accept your order and take your money, but we sent it to somebody else after accepting their order and taking their slightly larger amount of money. But don't worry. We're going to keep your money and send you other stuff, probably stuff you don't want. Like with Pokemon, it's actually that bad. If you're a smaller, like lower volume shop or whatever, it's really bad. I had to forgot you literally go, okay, I'm recording now almost every time. Basically, what I'm going to have to do, I think, for the start of the narrative with the shorts, because this channel, I'm not just like, I am going to be trying things out, yes, on the long form side. With the shorts, I want to have it to where you can basically watch a whole bunch of shorts and see the entire narrative of me starting, and then all the stuff that I pick up and all the things that I rip, and that's the Pokedex once we're done. Like you could watch, I mean, I guess it's vertical, so maybe that's not as good, but like still, it'd be pretty cool. I'm not going in like with zero knowledge of how to build a YouTube channel, but this is a different niche. So it's not necessarily apples to apples. But what I'm probably going to have to do is get a bunch of the early stuff and just make a quick high-speed montage with me voicing over. And at the end, I say, and at this point, we had this many out of 1,025 Pokemon, yada, yada, yada. And then the story begins. Because after CES, after that card show is when I started tracking, and we can just use that. Hoping I can grab an Ascended Heroes, ETB Friday, and not pay an arm and a leg. Yeah, I mean, I do like the I like the car. I like the promo card. It is really nice. I have 3 on pre-order, but they're not going to show up until like March 3rd. So I am going to try to get one, just one for the 20th. Now the 20th is a Friday, as you said. So I might have to do a special stream or something just for the 20th. Because I think that isn't that Pokemon Day? I think it's I don't know when Pokemon Day actually is. DJ K, what's up? Welcome. How's it going? The 27th. Okay. I was a week off. It's fine. So it's funny when you walk into a store for like, I know, I thought I knew most of my spots nearby that have Pokemon cards. But then we go to a place that never had them before, and they have like more stock than any other place I've seen here. It was crazy. I was like, whoa, okay. Their prices aren't as good as another place that I frequent more frequently, but they had something that I wanted to get my hands on that I don't think many people want to get their hands on. It's a set that gets a bad rep, and it's Shrouded Fable. I got a Shrouded Fable ETB. Now, it gets a bad rep for a good reason. They didn't really put any insane bangers in this one in terms of the chase cards, or at least none of them really took off. But there are some cards that are really cool in there. Some that I don't have yet in the Pokédex are in this set. And the most important thing about this little box right here, it's very like me to think like, oh, the spot number 1025 has to have a cool card. It's the last Pokemon. But do you know how many like really cool Pecharunt cards there are for the newest Pokemon there is? Not a lot of full arts there. and I get one guaranteed in this little box. So it's worth it to me. I also found these. These are silly, and I shouldn't have bought them. This is Japanese 151. These, I think, Natty, I think these are like what you get over there because it's 7 cards per pack. Isn't that what you get in Portuguese? For Portuguese Pokemon cards, 7 cards per pack? What's up, Alucard? How's it going? So where do I get the info for the APC Discord, if you don't mind me asking? On alexanderpcs.com, probably. I'm sure they have a link to the Discord on their business website. For sure, for sure. If not, I got words for TJ. If not, TJ, we got to talk, buddy. Put your Discord community on your website. That's usually, if you're looking for a business's Discord, that's usually where you'll find it. At the bottom, they'll have a bunch of like, they'll usually have at the bottom like a bunch of icons for all the different things. And if you click a Discord one that might be there, that'll usually take you to their Discord. But yeah. So I got 2 of these. And I'm sure this isn't a good price, what I got it for. Like, they were like $18 per pack, but it's 151. It's just a foregone conclusion that you're going to not have a good time paying for any 151 stuff. But I do have something cool on the way that turned out to be kind of a sneaky way of getting a bunch of 151 packs. Let me see. I got to look up my account here. So let me show you this first. This is the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 151 Elite Trainer Box. Okay. This thing has some extras. You've seen me open an ETB before. It's no big deal. It has 9 151 packs in it. 9. And it is $462 for a box that has 9 packs and a promo card. Although it is a very cool promo card because it's an awesome Snorlax card. I ain't paying that. There is no way. And the prices are just awful on this. It's $462 plus $5 shipping. So, what do we think about this? People overlook these all the time. $214.99 shipping included. And you get 12 packs of 151. A booster bundle. Let's look up a booster bundle. Because Bray, why don't you just buy booster bundles? This is, wow. Market price $123 for 6 packs. And this, $214 for 12 packs plus promo cards plus gigantic Blastoise. Am I like smart or what? I'm not. I still spent that much on this thing. That's not smart. But I'm not doing this. Not that. This. Come on. This is insanity. This is insanity. Okay? Do I still need 151? Yeah. There's Pokemon in there that I need for my Pokedex. And that's just... But I'm not going to be dumb about it and just be like, well, I guess I'm just buying booster bundles. No, I found something a little bit better. And that's cool. Besides, this is going to be more fun for a video, isn't it? So I'm going to do this, but you better believe I'm not doing one short for this. I'm going to split that up. It's going to be 6 packs per short. There you go. But yeah, these are sold out. There's no more of these. I found this one and I was like, let's go. Oh, that's from this seller. There might be more. Let me see. Blooming Waters. Oh, there it is. There you go. Oh, and it's more money. Okay, so it's going up in price. Yeah, I did good. Oh, it's going up and up and up. Wow. Hey, your boy did good. Yeah, by the time that goes up, because Natty, we're trying to make and publish these chronologically. By the time that goes up, it's going to be like 151 will be a legend that has faded into myth. And even myth is forgotten. Okay, well, you know. Found out where I am. There is now a store/booth at the local outdoor market that opens on Saturday and Sunday. There's a store there. Cool. Like a card shop? What do you mean? Like, are you talking about like to what we're doing here? Or gotcha. I'll look. I didn't even think. No, that's okay. DJK, you're good. It's just that's just my. It was just a normal response. Like, yeah, it's on their website. Yeah. What about your Discord for the APC pre-builts or whatever it was called? Is that separate? Yes. If you're talking about the SI testimonials in the Discord, which you'll find linked in the description, there is a group of channels called SI testimonials. And in that group, you'll find Alexander PCs, where you can leave your own experience and story there. Left Pokemon out. Yep. Yeah. 1 second. So yeah, I've got those. I need to add. Oh, I didn't even bring up the wheel. Remember, when I do the wheel thing, like that's not something that's necessarily going to make it into all the videos. It's just, I honestly at times cannot decide. I got to take off the Destin Rivals booster bundle because I opened that one out of turn, and I hardly got anything. It wasn't, but it's okay. Like again, I had fun. The Shrouded Fable ETB, I think I'm just gonna do, but I do. I already put the Prismatic Evolutions booster bundle. You know what? I will add the The 2 packs of Japanese 151. I'll leave those aside. Because that could be huge or it could be a big nothing burger. But the Shrouded Fable ETB, this I kind of just want to do as a video of like, look, if you see a cheaper ETB than everything else, why could that be? Is it worth getting? Well, if you're a new collector, yeah, that's going to be my take on it. Like that's a great way to add a bunch of Pokemon to your collection. It's just if you're trying to do something like building the Pokedex, you cannot also have the mindset of, oh, I got to get a chase card that's worth the most money, because that's going to distract you from the goal of expanding your Pokedex. But Christopher, I hope I already said hi over on YouTube, but hi. All right. Hydration incoming. Sure. I have that Charizard UPC coming tomorrow. I'm so excited. Nice. I hope you got a good deal on that. I saw a case of those on Rare Candy, because Rare Candy is a place where you can track it's an app where you can like look up cards, add them to your collection, track your master sets and things like that. But also they have a marketplace. Of course they do. But someone had like a case of those Mega Charizard X EX Ultra Premium collections. And it was like, it came out to like 150 each or 140 each, but it was too much money to just like buy all that all at once. I'm like, 129 at Target is dope. That's really good. So chase cards are always better when you aren't expecting them. I 100% agree. Yes. Oh, you know what? I forgot to grab something. I will be right back. If anyone's like, where is he? Just say he'll be right back. And I'm back. Is that going to show up now? Hold on. Hello. Wow, that's a huge window. Hold on. I wonder if it bothers people at Windows that it's so annoying to adjust the size of windows in Windows. Is that just me? Am I crazy? Isn't that dumb? Anyway. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let me adjust it a little bit. We can make that a little smaller. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not what I wanted. Thank you. Let's make an operating system about Windows and make the Windows super annoying where they like latch onto things and do really annoying, stupid stuff. Is there another one of those 151 with the giant card? Seeing as how it's called Blooming Waters, maybe there's one with the giant Venusaur or Charizard. Maybe it's just those things are very rare, but like, I don't know. Like they didn't make one for every Pokemon, or maybe they did. I don't know. I wasn't around at the time, but I can look. Let me see. There are some other ones like poster collections and binder collections, but nothing like Blooming Waters. Like I got the Zapdos EX one a while back, and its market price is $73.51. I got it for $70 at a local card shop, which is really good. That one was fun. That's a video that we're gonna do. I already opened it. There's Alakazam. There's a binder collection, a poster collection, case of poster collections rather. That don't look at that. There's the poster collection. That's like it has like 2 or 3 packs in it, and it's $50. Let's see. There are Costco things that had a bunch of tins, which is cool because you can get the whole collection of the tins, which is awesome, I think. But I don't see anything else like the Blooming Waters thing. But it would be cool to get the giant Venusaur and Charizard to make a matching set there. That would be cool. But I haven't seen that. Oh well. And this thing, I know this looks weird. It is a slightly less effective pop filter because I still get some plosives if I'm not. It's just without this, anytime air goes towards this thing, it's the pop filtration built into this is not good. So this is meant to be smaller than the giant one that I had here. And it's just a little bit less effective. I'll take that trade-off. The problem is mounting it because they have the mounting for this thing like all the way at the bottom. And this thing is not as tall. The mic is not as tall as this thing wants to be here. So like it keeps wanting to move around. And because of how like big the mic is itself, I can't. This is actually here's what I did. I'll show you what I did. So this is actually, I'm using one of the spare mounting rubber bands because you have 2 of them. You get one replacement one, and then of course you get 2 of them. So you have a replacement one. But I sort of looped these together because just one by itself, I felt like it was gonna break. But if I use just one, it will mount better to this, and it won't be all like woo. So maybe we'll try it. I just hope this doesn't break, because then I just have to put the big, ugly one back on till I get replacement rubber bands or something. I honestly need to just make something as a good pop filter for this, because Shure never made a good pop filter for this mic. Well, what do you know? It does work. Well, it's got to be a little high up, though. But that works. You know what? That looks great, actually. I'll take it. Let's have make an OS about Windows and have them break on us constantly. Sounds fun. There we go. That looks a little better. I like it because these lines kind of just like disappear into those lines. That's good. Okay, this worked better than it was before. I was just being lazy before. Okay, so let me look at the list, see if anyone's filled out the form. It looks like on the 17th, yes, that's today, at 12:16 p.m. At 2:16 p.m., excuse me. Someone did fill out the form. That's Central Time, by the way. Someone did fill out the form. But I need to see if they're going to be here. They need to show up. So here's how it works, everybody. If you're new here, listen up. If you are looking for a pre-built PC, or you need help putting together a parts list for a DIY build, or if you're trying to upgrade a PC you already have, I will help you for free. One-on-one right here on stream. I don't do it off stream without, I've done it once or twice for a fee. I do it free live on stream. So if you are looking for how to do that, or you're just like, I'll just start saying everything into chat and then make him ask me a million questions and make this take 45 minutes. No need for that. I got you. Instead, if you're looking to get help, you got to fill out a form. That form is easily found in the description of the YouTube stream. So it's the first thing there. Just go to the description, click that link, fill out the form. If you're watching on Twitch, the link pops up every 5 minutes in chat. It's right there. Fill out the form. And then you got to let me know that you filled out the form and you're waiting for help. Because I'm not, what kind of stream would it be if I was just like staring at the list, waiting for a name to pop in there? We're going to do other stuff. So what you'll do is, oh, YouTube is back. That's nice. All right, I do see the concurrent viewer count going up a little bit. That's nice. Okay, welcome everybody. Glad to hear YouTube is working again. Listen, they're new to this. All right, give them a break. They're new to the being a website thing. You know, it's rough. It's rough out here for the newbies. So yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, it's easy to let me know that you're waiting for help. There's a link there, not a link. There's an emote there. If you know how to use emotes, you got this. And if you're following the channel, there's a free emote that says I'm on the list. There you go. Just use that. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you do need to type my name correctly, which is right here. Okay, it's right there. Type at Breathorn, I'm on the list. Include that at symbol, and it'll maybe help you spell it out for you. And like it might do the spelling for you. So just do that. Let me know you're on the list so that I know you're here and you're waiting for help. Like Natty just demonstrated right there. That's the emote on Twitch. Unfortunately, the emote does exist on YouTube, but YouTube is like, what? Free custom emotes? Yeah, right. What idiot would do that? A successful streaming site? Yeah, Twitch does that. YouTube, you know, they do it. Anyway, listen, I love streaming on YouTube because of the quality of the VODs. All right, that's why. But also the quality of the people who come into my chat. I wish I could just migrate all of you to Twitch and then constantly migrate people who are like, I'll watch this on YouTube, and I just migrate them to Twitch. Because I've been streaming on Twitch way longer than I've been a YouTuber, and it's just, I'm used to it, right? But it's really just YouTube gave up on adding cool features for streaming. They just don't care. It's not you guys, it's YouTube. It's the platform. Regardless, I do know there's a Charizard EX Special Collection and Venusaur Premium Collection that comes with an oversized card. Yeah, they have to have had those over the years. They're just a billion-dollar company, practically a startup. Multi-billion, like, yeah. What, Alphabet? Yeah. So, you might be wondering, why does he talk about Pokemon too? Because it's awesome? What kind of question is that? No, it's a legit question, but it's because we are adding to our content, because I want to keep being a content creator, and the PC content landscape is a little bleak right now because the landscape itself for the industry is bleak right now. And well, golly geez, that's my livelihood. So yeah, I got to do what I got to do. And I actually, in this case, I got to do what I want to do to also keep my sanity. And growing up as a kid, I always wanted to get into Pokemon cards, and now I can. So we're going to do one just for this because I think it's an interesting topic to talk about sets that are maligned unfairly. Because if you can get it for cheaper, sure, start your collection, do things like that. We have other stuff. We'll do that. We can do, basically, if people don't come in and ask for PC help, we yap, we hang out, and we open Pokemon cards. And that's awesome. Like, how can you not like that? Well, if you don't like TCGs, I guess, or fun. I'm kidding. It's not for everybody. I know. Thought I heard something. Oh, well. The reason I got up early was just because I got a new knife. So I was like, I'm going to be cutting plastic. Let me get a new knife. Not that I don't like my knife that I made forever ago, but I don't know. This one's cool. I got it for cheap and I like it. Well, and it's also a nice knife. I like Camilla's stuff, so whatever. Okay, so let's do this. We'll do, if no one fills out the form or says that is on the form already and says that they're here, no problem. We'll do a video on this, just ripping Shrouded Fable and adding this to, I'll even get footage of me adding that, no, well, I guess I'll just get footage of that later. Just adding Petrarunt to the Pokedex. What do I have there right now? I think I have a Petrarunt card. This thing is too gigantic. It might be an EX. I don't know. Nope. It is just a... Actually, it's not bad, to be honest. It is a Pokeball Petrarunt reverse. So that's not bad. But for the final card in an entire Pokedex, yeah, this will not do. It's a gorgeous card. I love it, but it's not. It's got to be a rad, insane, awesome card, and that is what we're adding to this thing by getting this little box of Shrouded Fable. And then at that point, if still nobody has said, "Hey, I'm here. I'm on the list. I want help," then we'll do a wheel spin and we'll see what we get. The plan is simple, guys. It's simple. The plan is simple, and the desk is a mess. It's a great combo. I'm just looking here, just like, why do I do this? I don't know. You tell me. So let's get this all situated. Let's see the size of this here. That actually looks good. And guess what? I can lay things flat now, and it's not just covered in light because I have an offset light now for lighting everything up here. Isn't that great? Yes, that it is. Spoiler. Yes. Well, I guess this would be right because that's the microphone. I think this looks good. This little guy right here. I might add a layer of like fabric behind it, something acoustically transparent, because I'm still like, compared to like, that's worse. But so it does help. It does help, especially when I'm a little off like this. I'm not staring right into it and just being like, please hit subscribe, people. You know. I got this thing before though. I'm calling out Gator Frameworks because I was like, I've seen some of these metal mesh ones. Look at how like spaced out this is. I can just like blow right through this. As a pop filter, you should not be able to blow air through it and feel it that well. Like what it look, I thought it was cool because it would look really light. Like you wouldn't be able to see it that well, but like, what's the point if air goes right through it? Gator Frameworks. No, like no joke. I was told what, because I was talking to someone about it, and I was told just put pantyhose over it. Literally a thing that is done because it's a decent fabric for that. I was like, I don't have any. I have to go buy pantyhose. But you know what? For the plosives, maybe it's worth it. Let me see if I need to zoom out a little bit. I think this is pretty good because then that leaves room for zooming in. Or if I zoom out a lot, then we can make it more vertical like that. And maybe I could even bring you guys back in. Hey, there you are. Look at that. Now, if I instead, check it out. If I instead do it like this, then in the short, it would be this part of me right here, and this would be right down here. Can do both. But we can also do that if we have it like this, because this is getting 4K up here. It's really nice. It's good footage. These are all decisions I have to make. By the way, I like the Loyal 3. Okay, I think they're funny. I think they're kind of funny. I think the whole thing was kind of cute. How that all went with Ogre Pond. I don't want to call anybody out, but there are certain people who have been into this, that have been into this for a long time, like way longer than me. Okay, but like every time they open something like this, they'll be like, "Now these weren't very popular," but talking about something that actually has popular Pokemon in it or popular cards, it's because they didn't like it, right? I'm not talking about Shrouded Fable. Literally, I don't think anyone liked Shrouded Fable. Okay, but no. I'm talking about there's somewhere they'll say like, well, I don't get Ogre Pond. What's up with Ogre? But people who play like VGC, like actually do like the video game tournament stuff, or what Ogre Pond was really playable for a while, and just different things like if they don't get it, it's just like, hey, tell me your favorite Pokemon is Charizard without telling me your favorite Pokemon is Charizard. Like, try liking other Pokemon. What do you mean? Anyways, check it out. That's the oh, you know what? No, you'll see it. You'll see it when I rip it. I'll see it. But first, let me just check some things real quick before I get into it, so I have my facts straight. Man, I'm so sad because Black Bolt and White Flare are climbing in price. I hate to see that. Although, hey, they are taking pre-orders for Perfect Order, though. Huh, get it? Perfect Order, pre-order. Okay. But Ascended Heroes, man. See, this is like I did my pre-orders for Ascended Heroes ETBs when they were lower than this. And then they just kept climbing and climbing. I'm like, oh my God. But I'm glad I got my pre-orders in earlier. A 40-second short, you need to watch the first 15 seconds. It is pertinent to the current discussion. Okay, I got to open Discord then. 1 second. I knew it would open right there in... Okay, Natty. Is there any... I've seen some of these shorts. Is there any profanity in it? Do we need to talk about that again? I love this creator and the shorts that he makes, but is there any profanity in it? In this section, I want you to... It's 40 seconds long. Okay, I'll try.
Hi.
No. Okay. Oh, okay.
I bought one.
Oh, there's Mystic Rips opening a bunch of 151. There's a video of that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is Jake Blennings. We're going to try to watch just 15 seconds, even though we don't have a tracker here for...
We're at the pack bar. Hi, here's what your favorite Pokemon says about you. The Firestarter Final Forms. I will never forgive you. All we want are cool new Pokemon with each new game. And because you NPCs are so obsessed with this thing, we keep getting this. I just know that going to the...
Okay, it's pertinent. It is pertinent. Yes. Calling people who default to loving Charizard as their favorite Pokemon NPCs is a little harsh, and I completely agree. Okay. Clip that. Clip that. Okay, so let's you know what? In the spirit of just having watched part of a fraction of a Pokemon short, let's watch. Oh, let's rip some Pokemon packs. How about we do that? Let's do that. So I'm gonna do this way, so that we can get a good shot of it. I'll bring Chad in later as I'm ripping cards. Okay? Okay. Yeah, the new lighting looks good. I like it. All right, everybody. Remember, if you want help, fill out the form. I'd love to help somebody out with PC stuff tonight. It's just, I got nobody right now who's waiting for help, so this is what we're doing. But I want to hear him help people with PCs. Okay. Call your friends. Tell them, hey, you want a PC? You just the guy on the internet, he'll help you. And then you're just there like, did I just coerce my friend into going to a stream and getting help on a major purchase because I just want to watch? Yeah, you did that. And I appreciate you. Okay, let's do this. If you're new to collecting Pokemon TCG, like I was, and still mostly am, you're going to hear some people in card shops say like, don't worry with that set or this set. Here's what you want to buy. And I don't know, it might have something to do with what they actually have in stock, or it might be genuine advice. And you shouldn't just ignore that. But there are some sets that are actually kind of bad. So let's open one now. We've got Shrouded Fable. Shrouded Fable is far and away the most derided set in Scarlet and Violet. Because there weren't any crazy hits in this one. But we got an ETB from a place called Texas Toys over in Corpus Christi, Texas. And we got it for probably about 20% above market price. But hey, support small businesses, local businesses. You don't always have to just order everything online. That's they make the local hobby possible and all that. But you can usually get this thing for about $70, 70, maybe 75 on TCG Player if that's where you're looking. So there we go. Of course, this has a lot of purple on it, which I'm going to like. But there's something important here about this set. Now, as some of you know, I'm trying to build the Pokédex, the full Pokédex. And there is 1,025 Pokemon in that Pokédex. The 1,025th Pokemon is this one, Pecharunt. And check out the promo card for this you get. It is actually really dope, okay? Do you know how many full art Pecharunt cards there are, with this being literally the newest Pokemon? Not many. So now I'm going to have a full art promo for my final 1025th slot in my Pokedex. That, to me, makes this ETB 100% worth it, because I ain't trying to rip for this thing, but also it is actually gorgeous. Look at the colors there. It's mostly purple. I love it. All right. What else we got in this ETB? Of course, you have like 40 energy cards. You have some dividers that are actually kind of dope. Like look at the metallic bubbles on there. There's bubbles. Okay, if you played Scarlet and Violet DLC, I actually like the Loyal 3. I mean, I like Ogerpon more, but that whole storyline was kind of cool. The sleeves I will never use because they're kind of not nice to your cards if you're trying to take them out of there. The dice are actually kind of cool. They're ish. I like the pink one. I like the EX die, the big one. And of course, 9 packs of Shrouded Fable. And nobody breaking down the doors for these. And I get it, but there are some really cool cards in this set. It's just it's not stacked like Black Bolt, White Flare, and Prismatic Evolutions. Good luck on the pull rates there. Look, this is still fun. And if you're looking for a gift to give someone, it's not a bad thing that this is one of the cheapest ETBs out there, if not the cheapest ETB out there. If you're just starting your collection, you'll be able to add a lot of Pokemon with this. How expensive is pack opening? Pretty pricey in general, but cheaper than it was for most of last year. See, I had already kind of decided that I wanted to collect Pokemon cards. This is just me justifying it financially by making a YouTube channel about it. But it also, I mean, you guys are generally down to hear me talk about things I'm enthusiastic about, so this is just another one. And I've always also wanted to have gaming content, become a gaming content creator. And I love Pokemon games, so this honestly makes a lot of sense. What makes these packs so cheap? JJ, I just talked about it. I just explained that. Did you literally just open the stream? Because I just explained that, I promise you. And I'm recording right now, so yeah. Okay, right. Well, Dylan Joyce, it is a dope card. So here we go. 9 packs of Shrouded Fable. Let's just tear through these, see what we find. I like how these open. That's nice. Okay, of course, basic energy. Dartrix. Okay, that's a cool Dartrix card. Absol. Houndoom. Rowlet. Do I have a Rowlet right now? I don't know if I have Rowlet, actually. Interesting. Yeah. Cassiopeia. Is there Cassiopeia or Cassiopeia? Cassiopeia. Okay, Decidueye. I don't have Decidueye yet. Academy at Night. Reverse Varoom. That's a new Pokemon for the set, for the Pokedex. Reverse Zubat. I like the reverse. Is that a Pokeball reverse? Because that looks like a Pokeball on there. Am I crazy? Here, this might give you a better look. I don't think so. And final card is Haxorus. Julesy Cam, you literally came in. Stick around, okay? Don't go anywhere. You literally came in when I was like, no one's here. No one's looking for help. So I'm going to record a Pokemon video. And then how many minutes? 2 minutes in, you're like, hey, I'm here. Oh, just hold on a minute because we started a while ago and I'll be happy to help you out. I like the way these open. I've gotten some packs where it's just like they refuse to give up their hidden treasures here. They don't want to open and share their secrets with us. Sneasel. Oh, that's a lovely EV card. Don't need it, but it is lovely. Dusclops. Horsey. Weavile. Xerosic. Xerosic's Machinations. Uh-oh. Hold on, I ruined it. Sylveon, we got an A-Spec, my first A-Spec card ever, by the way. That is my first A-Spec card. The Neutralization Zone. Interesting. Reverse Horsey. And Hollow Dusknoir. I don't think I needed that, but it is a really cool hollow. Like, look at the sheen of the purple on that. Okay, basic energy. Fracture. Dope fracture card. Dude, I swear, I don't know why. It just does not like focusing on Pokemon cards. And camera, idiot, that's your actual job. Your only job here. Focus on the cards. Here, maybe I can tell it to focus there. Okay, well, it likes to do that when I'm not telling it to, but whatever. I might have to set it to manual focus, but I hate doing that with this camera. Okay. Dusclops, Meowth, Curum, Night Stretcher, Hypno, and Reverse Drowsy, Reverse Dartrix. Nice, I think that's an upgrade. Maybe. And Tapu Bulu, new for the Pokedex. Holofoil Rare Tapu Bulu, that is new for the Pokedex. Heck yeah. We're going to have a lot of new Pokemon for this after this ETB in the Pokedex. That's awesome. Every time you open a set you've never opened before, as someone trying to build a Pokedex out of nothing, you'll add a lot of new Pokemon because it's just, they'll be like, hey, we need more Pokemon for this new set or this subset. And they'll be like, well, we haven't dusted this 5th gen Pokemon off for a while. Let's put it in this set. So yeah, kind of how that goes. Which, by the way, if you want 5th gen Pokemon, get Black Bolt, White Flare. That's a whole resurrection of Black and White, 5th gen. Oh, this set has hollow energies, and you're telling me it's not awesome? Are you kidding me? I love getting any kind of special energies. That's dope. Hell yeah. Qfant, Zubat, Rowlet again, Meowth, Binding Mochi, Malamar. That's what he sounds like. Malamar. Galvantula. Reverse Eevee. Nice. That is a nice Eevee card. Weavile and, ooh, Okidogi EX. Nice. I don't know what card I have for Okidogi, but I don't think it's an EX. That's awesome. I'll take it. These are all like on the final pages of the Pokédex. So it's good to have cool cards there. Like just like having a good first page. And I like EX cards. Okay, buddy. All right. This is one of those packs where there's no saving it. There's no opening it. No opening it right. This one's got the hit, and I just made it a PSA 1. Watch. I don't think there's a single hit in this that currently has market value of over $40, by the way. This is why people ignore sets, because they don't do things like I think the gold cards they have are like trainer cards. I think that's what gold cards they have in this one. It's crazy what they did with Shrouded Fable. They did Shrouded Fable dirty. All right, Zorua, Houndour, another Varoom, Toxicroak, Coldress's Tenacity, Yveltal, Genesect. I think I have Genesect EX, so. Sylveon, Reverse, nice. Rowlet Reverse, that's cool. I'm glad to get that. That's going to be good. I like getting starters that are a little special, even if it's just a reverse foil. And Cresselia Hollow, believe I already have that. Okay, we are more than halfway through. We got 4 packs left and only one kind of hit. So, I mean, yes, this already makes me happy because that's going to be the final thing in my Pokédex, right? Until Gen 10 comes around and I need to get an even bigger binder. But you know, so that already I'm happy. But also we're adding a ton of new Pokemon to this. Stay to the end of the video to see how many we caught and how many we upgraded with this opening. And when I say caught, that means how many new Pokemon we added to the Pokédex. And by upgraded, we'll take a common and it gets upgraded with reverse holo or a full art or something. That count is at the end of the videos, so stick around if you want to see that. Basic Energy, Krogunk, Golbat, Axew. I want to ask you a question. That's what he wants. That's what he's waiting for. Look at him wanting to ask you a question. Okay, sorry. Houndour. If you don't like bad puns, don't be so Houndour about it. It's just a way to pass the time. Crobat, Janine's Secret Art. Okay, cool. We got a tool card and reverse holo. Binding Mochi. Yo, he's so intimidating. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got a rad card here. This Beware is so dope. Are you kidding me? Look at that. So this is one of the cards that people who ask about the Beehole Bonsly, they're like, what's the other side of this? This is one of the more popular suggestions. This is what Bonsly is afraid of there in that one. So, yeah. Not a double hit, but we got a hit. And that's a great one. Come on. Three more packs still. So, still time for more. That is a great Beware card. I watched the Sun and Moon anime with my kiddo. Man, that was a great Pokemon series. They really changed up the art style, the vibe of the show, and Beware was hilarious in that. Yes, exactly what I was talking about, Shanala. There you go. Ooh, another Holo Energy. Yes, we'll take it. I guess it's a foil energy. I don't know. Duskull. Beware. Oh, sorry, buddy. We've already got a better version of you. Inkay. Oh, skipping one. Drowsy. I'm not used to pulling them downward like this, but it does work better for the setup that I have. Sylveon. Power Glass again. Binding Mochi again. Copper Raja Reverse. Nice. Kyurem Reverse. I've already got a better Kyurem card, but hey, that's fine. And another Holo Dusk Noir. Okay, penultimate pack. Card never looked into to see if it exists as a costume Beware from Pokemon Go. It looks so adorable. Really? Is that a thing? If that's a thing, whoever's editing this, put that on screen real quick. Okay. Babara, welcome. What's up? Jules Cam, don't forget, don't go anywhere because I'm helping you right after I finish opening these packs. Energy, drowsy. Just like my autofocus is acting, very drowsy. Absol, Seadra, Dartrix. Ooh, Iron Moth. That is new for the Pokedex. Nice. And Slitherwing. Hold up. Both of those are good additions to the Pokedex because that's more that's closer to the end there as well. Cassiopeia. Reverse Stuffle to go with Beware down here. That's cool. Toxicroak Reverse and Zoroark Hollow. All right. Last pack. Let's get some last pack mojo, buddy. Let's go. Whew. I love the Volcarona variants. Yeah. They're very cool. They're very cool. I don't think I had those, so good to add. See, this is why even if people tell don't buy that, don't get that, you'll have empty spots in your Pokédex and you won't know why. So try to open one of each thing, I guess, if that helps. And maybe it does. Okay, Energy, Joltik. This is the last pack. Horsey, Cufant, Zubat, Malamar, Weavile, 06 Machinations, Reverse Hypno. I don't think I had a Hypno yet. Nice. Reverse Haxorus. And the final card here is a regular Hollow Cresselia. Okay. Well, you know what? Fine. I'll take it. There weren't any major chases I was going for here. And honestly, this Beware is so dope. This Pecharunt is an app. This is the best Pecharunt card I've seen. So yeah. I will take it. And plus we got Hollow Energies. Who's going to be mad about that? Whoever said me, why are you mad at Hollow Energies? They're cool. All right, hold on. Okay. All right. There we go. Thanks for watching. And let me know what's a set that you think. Let me know in the comments. What is a set that you think is completely underrated? There we go. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. What? It's kind of creepy. Wow. Thank you for showing me that, Natty. That will live in my nightmares. It's a Beware thing. Okay. There you go. Julesy Cam, are you still here? You know, I should get a recording of this card. Let me just open this up and show it a little better to the camera. I can't open things. Did you? I hope you weren't. Wow, I ripped that whole thing and it's still sealed. Oh my God, it just wants to stay sealed. You know what? Just what did I even do with my knife or scissors or anything? Help! I lost the thing that helps me open this without damaging it. There. Okay, let's get a better look at the promo card. Okay, that is worth showing because it looks way better without plastic in the way. Beautiful card. Not worth much, doesn't matter. It's going to look amazing in the Pokédex. That's what matters to me. Okay. You just put this in the ETB. That just keeps it all safe right there. The 17th, right? Yes. Okay, Julesy Cam, got you. All right, let's get to yours. Now that I have pretended that I'm organized, we can continue. Okay, I looked up visual spoilers for this set, and there's an insane Houndoom illustration rare. There are some cool looking cards in there. The Persian as well is really cool. With Giovanni, but nope. What are you gonna do? Okay, Julesy, let's get to your form here. So you're looking for a pre-built PC. Okay, already we have something that I'm going to need you to speak on just a little bit. You said you want a specific color. The option you chose for black, white, or a specific color, tell me in chat. You chose a specific color. What color of PC are you looking for? Pink. Okay, that's not too difficult to do. Okay. Alrighty then. Now, if you're looking for it to come from a system integrator, let's see who we can go with. What we could do is we could go with, I guess we could go with Micro Center because you said Micro Center, right? Or we can go with iBuyPower. I think they have the pink Y series cases, but I don't. The only thing is because you said gaming and streaming and content creation video editing, but the streaming thing, I wouldn't recommend a Y series case. I would recommend the X50 if you want to get a pink case from Height. But we can do Micro Center. You chose the Parkville, Maryland Micro Center. Is that because you want to get your PC built by them for you? Boba Ra, I don't know if I already said hi, but what's up? Well, oh, Pokemon Go had an event that a little while ago that gave a few Pokemon cute costumes, and Beware was one of them. I caught myself a few. Couldn't find a shiny, though. Oh, that's cool. I missed that explanation earlier. Sorry. Yes, I would like them to build it. Okay. So let's talk about the pros and cons of having Micro Center build you a PC. So it is cool that you can have Micro Center build you a computer. They are local to you. If you ever have an issue, you can take it to them to have it fixed. You don't have to ship it anywhere to get it fixed, like an RMA. That is cool. I'm looking at the wrong camera. It's this camera. Okay. I've had this set up for months, and I'm still messing with what cameras I look at. Which of the two? Okay, so here's the thing. Micro Center is not a system integrator. They're a computer store that also can build computers for you. There are inherent benefits to system integrators, like automatically having a warranty. Sometimes there are sales that Micro Center can't even match. We have seen that here on the stream. Okay. Just other things like that. But if you want a warranty from Micro Center, like you're already going to be paying them $250 out of your budget to build it for you. It's very fast. They'll build it usually within a day or two. Sometimes they fall behind, and it says same day, but it doesn't notify you. Hey, we're actually a week behind right now. That actually happened in Santa Clara, from what I understand. But you don't get a warranty with it, other than like 30 or 60 days or something. If you want a 2 or 3 year warranty, it's going to be another, depending on the price of the system, it could be up to $250, $300 more to get a warranty, where they'll actually give you a warranty. Otherwise, you have to pay for them every time you take it to them to fix it. So, I just want to make sure you're aware of that, because Micro Center doesn't advertise that stuff. They don't say, hey, have your PC built with us. There's definitely pros and cons. Let's talk about what's bad about that. That's not smart for a business to do. They hide that stuff in like the end of the sale, basically. Let me show you what I mean. Where's Micro Center? Where are you at? There you are. I have too many windows open. What am I doing? This is from like, I just haven't rebooted my PC since Sunday. I will never not mention this. I told you guys I will never not mention the fact that Micro Center, the PC building heaven, the holy land for PC nerds, okay, on their custom PC builder page, where you might see, I don't know, a PC. Instead, they put, hold on, that was the wrong button. Instead of just putting a picture of a PC they built, because apparently they do that, they build PCs, they put AI slop right there. Micro Center, do better, because a lot of the prices we're about to see are because of AI. So you're kind of rubbing salt in the wound there. Good job, guys. Anyway, now we might get started on this build, right? And you'll see build total and share your build. But like, okay, now you see, you have to scroll to the, like even here with this window, it's like same day custom build service. Can't see the price depending on how you have things scaled out. Okay, there it is. More details, right? $250 for the build. Nothing about warranties. Nothing. Weird. Okay. Well, let's just get started with the build. It'll pop up eventually once you're invested in this, right? Let's see. If you're trying to game and stream and do content creation. Oh, first off, we have to see if they even have a pink case. Sorry, that's where my brain is at always. Let's look at the cases real quick and see if they have a pink case. They do. They have a few. Ooh, I really like the Thermaltake View 270. That's a really nice one. They have the Height X50 in purple as well. And then this Landcool 205. That's a pretty old case. These two are much newer. If you want the fish tank style, there is sort of this pink and blue one here. In bubble pink, as they call it, like bubblegum pink, basically. Really nice case. Comes with 3 fans and gives you that look. If you want something that is more sort of, I guess, more airflow oriented with the front mesh, there is the Height X50 in pink. They have one of these in stock. So, hey, they got them. Which of these would you prefer? I wouldn't recommend necessarily the Line Cool 205. It's a nice case, but it's a little outdated at this point. These are going to have newer features on them. I don't think this one even has a Type-C connector unless they were... Oh, it is. It says Type-C. This was a refresh. They basically had all the same tooling, except where the front panel connectors are, they added Type-C so they could keep selling this case. That's cool, I guess. But this one's a better deal. The View 270 is $70, whereas the Height X50 is $150. So it's not to say this doesn't have a lot of glass, and you can't, because this does have a lot of glass. It's just that it's on the top end side rather than the front end side. I like the pink and blue. Nice. Okay, select that. There's 3 in stock. There you go. Now, with a case like this, it's probably going to be best. Let's actually look at this. Let's look at closer pictures of this. So, gorgeous case. I love this color combo. Really nice. I think white internal components are going to be the way to go here. Like a white motherboard. If they have a white GPU, do that, you know. There is an important question that I glossed over once I found out the color of the case and that you wanted to do Micro Center. There was a lot to talk about there. What is the actual maximum budget for your build? I know I had you choose a range here of 2,500 to 3,000, but now we need an actual solid number. Otherwise, the maximum budget is 3,000. Even if your budget is like 20, if your budget is 2,750, let me know. 2,800, let me know. What would that number be? I also forgot to highlight you here. There we go. 2,800. Cool. I guessed it, kind of. Now, one supplemental question for that, to add to that. Are you including the $250 build fee in that budget? As in, the budget is now $250 less to make it basically $2,550. You want pink and white? The Line Cool 205 Mesh C would work since there's a pink version. Yes, we looked at it. We saw it. Julesy chose the View 270. It was on the screen. Like that was one of the 3 options. Yeah. Wait, did I change the location? Hang on a second. I might not have changed the location. That's dumb. Hold on. That's my bad. I need to make sure this is still in stock there. Yeah, it's not. Okay, I'm so sorry. This is how few times I've been helping people with PCs lately. Like, I'm out of practice with Micro Center here. Okay. So they don't have the one that you liked out of the 3. I'm just going to bring up full pictures of both of these so you can choose that way. I like the X50. I really do. But I just want to make sure you get a good look at it. I don't want to ask questions. Get off of my... Gemini is like, you can't see it. It's like it's right up here. You can't see it. It's so annoying. Freaking AI everywhere. Yay. All right. Let me close this. Open that. Close this. So that is the X50, and this is the 205 Mesh Type-C. This one, I believe, comes with 0 fans, and it is more money. But that's high. It's a little bit more premium, too, at the same time. So between these two, I'm sorry, I'm making you pick again. Which one would you like? The other thing is, if you really liked that Thermaltake one, you can order your own case, take it to Micro Center and say, hey, I want it built in this case. But can you please build the rest of this, buy all your other parts from them? either way. All cases can be pink and white with a roll of painter's tape and some spray cans. Natty, I'd like to shorten that by saying all cases can be pink and white if you believe in yourself. There you go. That's what that is. The one thing I like about the 205 is how compact it is. Now, if you're a first-time builder and you're trying to build it yourself, get a case that has more space for cable management, all that kind of stuff. But if you're having them build it for you, that's their problem, not your problem. If it's a little tight for cable management, they got to figure that out. They're the professionals. I think the X50, okay. Yet again, they have one in stock. What is the deal with this? Are they contractually obligated by height to at least have one, but they don't want to commit? Commit, Micro Center. What's wrong with y'all? So as you can see here, they have a thing for build it for me, right? Now that you started the build. And if it won't let us click it yet because we don't have a full PC. But it's not until after you do that that they're like, oh, by the way, you don't get a warranty. But if you want one, how about another couple $100? Now, I did ask you, Julesy, thank you for giving me your case selection so I can move on from that. But are you including the $250 build fee in that $2,800 budget, or is it separate? Are you considering that separate? To be honest, I would love to mod a PC case in the future. Get a new PC. I have some modding the case. If it's just like a totally black case, spray paint some stripes and slap some stick. Yeah. You know what's fun? PC Building Simulator. Try playing that, Natty. There's a whole section now for customizing cases. It's pretty cool. It's actually fine for cable management. The RGB hub is the most interesting part to work with. I mean, it depends on certain factors, I guess. But yeah. Yo, Z24 Panther, what's up? Welcome. I mean, it depends on, how many RGB and fan cables you got to work with. Whether you have cable extensions, a la carte will also make cable management a little more difficult. If you're doing things like streamer cables, things like that. So I don't know. I've never built in the 205, including the build fee and the $2,800 budget. So your budget is, if you go with Micro Center, your budget is actually $2,550, not $2,800. Okay. Let's see if we can bundle something. The downside here is, oh, wait, hold on. They now have not just the Crucial Pro DDR5 kits. Now they got some G-Skill Flare. Okay, okay. So let me ask you a few questions here to sort of get on this topic here. Gaming, streaming, content creation / video editing, which those two I put together as kind of one thing, right? How would you prioritize those three things? Gaming is one thing, streaming another, and content creation, video editing a third thing. What are you prioritizing there? What is awesome simulator you speak of, sir? At Brightthorn, PC Building Simulator. It's a game. They have a part 2, actually. PC Building Simulator 2 is where you can actually really, really get into some very cool customization. By the way, what's up, Ruru2? Hope you're doing well. Built in 2 of the 205 Mesh C twice. It does pretty nicely, but we suggest going with a higher air cooler since the case only use either 280 in the front with the additional mounts or a 240 on the top. Right. Well, at least we're going with the X50 here. So no such requirements there. We can do a front-mounted 360 rad. Or side-mounted, actually. So yeah, basically I'm looking for a priority list of these three things. Gaming, streaming, content creation. 1, 2, 3. Which one's the highest priority? And like the second highest. I'm just describing how to make a list. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, Natty, it bothered me that it was an Epic exclusive, but Epic is like, they're not great, but they're not the worst. They pay game studios more of a share, more of a revenue share. They don't do 30% like Steam and the App Store and all that. Plus, you get like free games all the time. They're not great. They're not perfect. There is no perfect or good company out there. They're all designed literally to make money. That's sort of the reason they exist. But Epic has benefits to it for sure. Gaming's first priority, then content creation, then streaming. Okay. The reason I ask is how aware are you of the current situation with the global shortages? Because one of the most important things for video editing is RAM capacity. I generally wouldn't, depending on what kind of video you're going to be editing, if you're mostly editing just gameplay, trying to stitch that together, yada, yada, you're getting screen capped gameplay, maybe a face cam, maybe stuff like that. You're not trying to do anything too crazy with too many effects or 6K raw footage. You can get started with 32 gigs of RAM, but beyond simple video editing, you're going to want to go higher than that. 48 gigs or 64. Those kits are ridiculously expensive right now. Also, video editing requires a solid amount of storage because storing projects and raw footage takes up a lot of space very quickly. And storage is also part of the global shortages. GPUs have also joined the list there. So we're going to see how prices are at Micro Center. I'll see what I can do in terms of that, but it might keep us from being able to get a bundle unless there's some kind of upgrade for the RAM to a higher capacity. RAM is, the thing is, it's not Micro Center's fault really that RAM is, there's a big shortage of it. That's just how that goes. John Paul, what's up? Welcome. Now with the bundles here, you'll see bundles like this where there's just like one stick of RAM. Obviously, that's not going to work for a video editing machine. The other thing is, of course, there's also the platform that we go with. Like, do we go Intel or AMD? I think that you're going to benefit more overall going with Intel. There is a 265K bundle here, right here, with a white motherboard, actually, which could be nice. But it's 32 gigs of RAM. But with Intel, there is a big benefit during an actual RAM shortage, that Intel's memory controller is a lot less picky about what RAM you choose. Also, the 265K is low-key a beast for video editing. This right here is my video editing machine. And I could have put probably any processor I wanted to in there other than higher-end Threadripper stuff. I don't have that, but I put a 265K in there, and it rules. It's great for video editing. But it's a fraction of the price of the closest competitor in performance. I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. Here we go. Say you're doing Adobe Premiere Pro. The 265K I'm talking about is literally tied with the 9950X3D, a like $670 processor. This thing costs like $270, $280, and it's tied for second in all consumer desktop CPUs for Adobe Premiere Pro. It is an insane video editing CPU. You get 20 cores and none of them shut down just because you turned the game on, which is another important thing. If you're streaming gameplay and you want to have a lot of cores and you get yourself a 9950X3D, which with your budget is possible, half of your cores shut down. AMD supposedly, all right, I have just rumors about this, but they were supposed to come out with a CPU to replace the 9950X3D or upgrade it where you don't get core parking, or they fixed core parking. I had maybe one or two people told me that was going to be coming out maybe announced at CES, and it wasn't. I guess they're still having core parking issues. I'll tell you this. Even AMD doesn't like core parking. I can say that at least. Some people at AMD don't like core parking. So basically, that is the pros of a 265K from Intel. Okay. Great price, great core count, great productivity performance. So, you know, in not just in Premiere Pro, but in other applications that can use a lot of cores, it works really great. Temps are good. Power draw is great. So that's a lot of good stuff. What are the downsides? Well, Intel has this thing where they don't think people want to upgrade just their CPU. They figure if you're going to upgrade your CPU in a couple generations, you're also going to get a new motherboard too. Sure, people have just money coming out of their ears, right? So you can just do that. So they don't support CPU upgrades down the line by making new CPUs for the same socket for that many generations. Usually the max is like 2 generations, maybe a refresh. With this generation, it's only 1 full gen of CPUs, then a refresh, and then they're ditching it for a new socket. And that CPU family has been around for about a year. So that's a downside. Lots of upsides. That is the downside, basically. There are more upsides, like the motherboards usually have better I/O than AMD motherboards right now. That's really great for a streaming PC, because what's the number one thing you need for a streaming PC where you want to connect all of your streaming devices to do streaming things? Trust me, that number adds up very fast once you start getting into it. You need USB ports and I/O in general. And right now, Intel modern motherboards are winning. They're trouncing AMD motherboards in terms of I/O. Is this too much information? Is this a deluge of information? Is it too much info? Is there a vibe right now of like, okay, dude, just pick parts, put them in the list, and then stop yapping. The problem right now is the messaging that everyone will be telling you is just get AMD. And that's because they don't know the details. They just look at gaming. They're not looking at the fact that you want to do streaming and content creation when they say just get AMD. Now, the 9800X3D had vast improvements in those extra tasks. It's also twice the price of the 265K in some circumstances, depending on small variances in price. It's usually at least, $150 more. There are times, though, where the price drops on 265K and the 9800X3D just looks silly unless you're gaming in 1080p, which, by the way, you're not. You chose 1440p. For the naysayers out there who are like, oh, 9800X3D or bust, go talk about your 9850X3D and shut up. It's not the be-all, end-all. It's very good. But for a multi-purpose PC, it is not always the best answer. It's just a solid one. I don't think I've ever seen that motherboard. Looks kind of sick, actually. Let's take a better look at it. Okay, it doesn't want to let me do that. All right, we're going to do this. Hold on just a second. Let me look at something. Hey, Alucard, there's times where you'll tell me there's like a RAM upgrade that you can do. Where would one find that? Because it usually never shows up in the builder or on the page for the bundle. Anyway, we're looking at the motherboard now. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's not great. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's not great. Wait a minute. This is an Intel motherboard. Why does it say USB 4 and not Thunderbolt? Shenanigans? Shenanigans. Okay. They think, like Jensen, that everybody can just pick up a $10,000 PC and a whim out of daily pocket change. Yeah. Yes, Intel. I know it's Intel. It's a Z890. That's Intel. So why doesn't it use Thunderbolt? Thunderbolt is Intel's. Like, that's their thing. There's a little bit more to that. AMD puts USB 4 because they don't want to pay the licensing fee for Thunderbolt. Anyway, let's look at this one instead. Look at this. This will match the build better. Okay, let's look at this guy. Gross. That's gross. Asus, why are you bad at making motherboards? Why are you so bad at making motherboards with good features? What's wrong with y'all? Allergies? Maybe. I'm not trying to spend half the budget on 3 parts here. We still have to pick a GPU and storage. And none of these are going to have 64 gigs of RAM. What, am I crazy? Of course they're not. All right, we're not doing a combo. We're not. They just force you to get. Nah, let's see. Let's look around here real quick. Let's look at the motherboards here. We're gonna say, Tanmay, what's up? Welcome. I love my Asus ProArt X670E Creator Wi-Fi. There's more than enough access with it. Right, John Paul. We are trying to do a white motherboard though. That is a nice motherboard. The thing is, Asus, once you get up to like $400 or so, suddenly we remember how to build motherboards now. Like $300. Well, okay, yeah, sure, we can build motherboards now. But when you're at like under 300, they're just like, hey, what's USB even? Yeah, that's Asus for you. Huh. Iris Elite X Ice, Iris Pro Ice. There's a $10 difference. Oh, it's 18. Huh? Which one's newer? Look at this one. I got too many things open. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Check it out. Yes, this is a lot of USB 2.0, but that's for your mouse, keyboard, headset go, like your Steam Deck. A Steam Deck can run off of that. These 4 USB 3.0s can run things like Elgato Facecams or Facecam 4K. These 2 red ones here that do 10 gigabit per second can run external capture cards. And then you have Thunderbolt 4, dual Thunderbolt 4. It's not 5, right? I think it's 4. 5 gig Ethernet and Wi-Fi, probably 7. Maybe. Let me see what Wi-Fi this is. I don't even know if you said you needed I need to look and see. Yeah, Wi-Fi 7. Look at that. Now, did you say you needed Wi-Fi? Yes, you do need Wi-Fi. Also, hey, you said, no, I'm not interested in upgrading my CPU over time. Intel's perfect for you then. You're their favorite customer. That works. Okay. Yes, they're the same. They're both USB-C. It's all about the controlling the controller, the daisy chaining, all that kind of stuff. And the controller for USB 4, I believe, is the same as Thunderbolt 4. So it's just not licensed for it. And some Thunderbolt devices won't work necessarily properly with it. I'd have to do testing to really nail that down. I don't know. But 5 gig Ethernet is nice. Wi-Fi 7 is nice. We got to check on bifurcation, though. Let me nerd out about motherboard things, Julesy. I'm sorry. I don't know. And I know I'm in the weeds on this. Just let me make sure that there's no shenanigans happening here with if you want to plug in stuff down on this part of the motherboard, like an internal capture card or anything to add more USB. We're just going to double check that. Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, this is perfect. So the bottom two slots on there where you might add something like this. There you go. Something like this guy right here. This is a PCIe card that adds a bunch more USB ports. That's it. It's like $35. It's really nice. If you do that, it's not going to mess with anything else in the system. It's on its own. That's very good. One is X4, one is X1, so it's one lane. This is good. This is very good. This is what we want to see. Now on storage, let's see. We have one 5.0 and one 4.0. That's, I think it's fine. I didn't say anything about bifurcation here. Yeah, they have enough to where you can basically use all of your M.2 slots. That's good. Yeah, this is solid. I like it. Okay, so we'll add this guy right here. Watch I do all that, and then it shows that there's 0 in stock. That has happened before. Oh my goodness. $260 for the 265K. $259.99 is crazy for this thing. Again, just a real quick reminder, okay? Where did I have it? Where did I have it? Here, okay. Just a real quick reminder that this thing is tied for the second most powerful CPU for consumer desktops for Adobe Premiere Pro tied versus a 9950X3D. I wonder how much that is. Hold on. Let's find out. The 9950X3D is there. $650. Literally I'm sorry. $400 more. Literally $400 more for the same performance in video editing. So when I tell you the 265K, like this is the best deal in CPUs on the market, bar none. If you're not just trying to game at 1080p. Even then, it can game really well. Like, don't let me convince you otherwise, especially once you go to 1440p or 4K. It even takes a backseat to gaming. It's more GPU at that point, which now we got to figure out the GPU. Put that back on. 260. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why would you buy anything else? It's crazy. And don't get the F SKU because then you can't get QuickSync for your video editing. Yeah. And remember, Panther, if you're also using this as a streaming machine and you get a 9950X3D and you want to use all those cores for a very complicated stream, guess what? You turn on your game, half of those cores shut down. Yay. Now I have a 9800X3D for an extra couple $100 that I wasted. If you're trying to do Blender, it's great. If you're trying to do stuff where you're gaming separately, cool. But if you're gaming and streaming and you want a lot of cores, 265K for like just about a third of the price. Now, the fun part, he said facetiously, sarcastically, it's the same. Whatever. RAM. Now, RAM. At least with Intel. Intel works way better when you're just working with random frequency and latency combinations, which is what's more accessible these days. Let's try looking for a 48 gig kit. Let's see if we can do that. There are 9 kits that are 48 gigs. Whew. Huh? What the hell? How is this cheaper? It's DDR5 7200 CL36 Trident Z5 Royal. How is it cheaper than the T-Create Expert? That has lower latency. The CL34, sure. That's crazy, but there's only one kit. Are these chromed out? That looks cool. But $960 Corsair. I'll tell you where you can slot that memory. My God. So this might not be in stock. I'm going to go ahead and select this for you. There's one kit in stock. Do not hesitate on that. Go get it. Because trust me, $500 for that kit of RAM right now in this market is crazy. Speaking of this market, GPU time. Let's narrow it down. Oh, sorry. I forgot you were there. I just was just melting. Because this is the perfect GPU, okay? It's Gigabyte. It's got the same aesthetic, this white and silver. It's a 5070 Ti, my favorite 50 series GPU, but this thing is supposed to be like $800, $850. Excuse me just a moment. Sorry, I didn't want y'all to see me flying into an incoherent rage. Of course, the 5080 version of that is $1,550, where it was supposed to be like this price. Yeah. That's the only 5070 Ti. That is the only 5070 Ti. The best 50 series card. This is just where we're living. This is where we're at. So that leaves me with $170 to $160 to build the rest of this whole PC, including storage, power supply, and CPU cooler. The motherboard, not insanely priced. The CPU, an insanely good deal. The RAM is a single kit that is an aberration. The weird kit, like you don't see these for $500. That's really good. But what we're going to have to do is we might have to give up on this deal that I found and go to a 32 gig kit of RAM. So we're going to have to, if we want to have that solid GPU, it's so overpriced. But that is what a global shortage means. And we have to get storage still. And storage is also inflated like crazy. $6,400 CL38, really? No. Okay. 350 DDR5 6000 CL30 Team Group T Create Expert. $150 cheaper than the 48 gig kit. We'll take it. It doesn't have RGB. That's okay. It'll match the build at least. There you go. We might have to go with a single terabyte of storage for now. And you just got to weather out the shortages until you can get more storage later. Do y'all remember streams like maybe a couple weeks ago where this was $315 at Micro Center? Y'all remember that? I was like, this is the best deal in storage because it's just $15 more than the 990 Pro, which is half the speed. Yeah, now it's $420. All right, let's go to capacity 1 terabyte and go price low to high. Lampfell, I mostly help out people who are new to PCs. Welcome to the stream, by the way. If you're new here, which the first time chat thing says you are, I mostly help out people who are new to this. And it's, to me, feels irresponsible to recommend used parts to people who are brand new to PCs and don't have any kind of experience in troubleshooting, finding better deals, testing hardware when they get it, and troubleshooting it if it's not working. It sucks for this market, this landscape, but it's basically the sort of limitation I put on myself to not recommend used stuff to people who are getting into this for the first time. It's really easy for us to sort of stay in our enthusiast mindset, but part of my job is to get out of that and just be like, yeah, I would be fine with used. I'll figure it out. I'll format it. I'll figure out what's wrong with it if there's an issue. But yeah, I got to put myself in the shoes of someone who's like just getting into it. Let's see. The biggest there's the 990 Pro is super solid, and it's only $10 more to get a 9100 Pro. Okay, that's a really, really good drive. But honestly, there were drives that were really solid that were like $70 before. That's the before times. The only thing I look for here is like, I want something that still has onboard DRAM cache. And I don't know if this Clev Crass 910G has that. What are the speeds? The speeds are going to be pretty solid, and they are. But of course, Micro Center is above petty things like listing whether a drive has DRAM cache. Of course they are. That's Micro Center. That's the tech utopia glazed by content creators the world over. I still love going to Micro Center, okay? It's just that their website sucks. And their builder sucks. It's okay, I guess, but it's just like not all it's cracked up to be. QN450, TN470. Minor increase in speeds? Yes. 600 terabytes written versus, or was it here? Versus never mind, 600 terabytes written. Okay, good. 700, okay. Wait. Huh? Oh, did we find a deal? I think we did. This is the same price as the 990 Pro. Has better endurance. It's PCIe Gen 5, so it's way faster. NM 1090. Hold up. Come on. Really? Well, it's listed as high end. That's usually a requirement, is having DRAM. Crucial P3 was such an easy recommend for budget. It's annoying right now. I agree. Yeah, it is annoying right now because like the P3 is they're like, we don't care about consumers anymore. Bye-bye. So I have a big problem recommending Crucial right now. Yeah, this is not nearly worth 145. A better case could be made for PCIe Gen 5 drives being just a little bit more. But if you go $10 more than this, you're getting the Samsung drive. What is the endurance on that? The 9100 Pro. The endurance on that is 600. So better endurance on Lexar. Interesting. And for less money. You know what? Sure. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sure thing, buddy. That's a fast drive. It's a very fast drive. If you're going to overspend, at least get the better performance for it. They're not going to have it. Nope. The best deal, price to performance and power supplies right now is the Montech Century 2. Fight me. Go ahead. Fight me on that. You'll lose. It aces every test. It gets insane scores on the tier list. And it is way cheaper per watt than like anything else of its caliber. It is so good. But they don't have it here. You don't need 1,000 watts with a 5070 Ti. 850 is plenty. 850 GL PCIe 5 MSI, sure. Would be cool to go with a white power supply that comes with white cables, but I haven't seen this one yet. But again, you don't need 1,000 watts. I'd like to do it, but no, we'll just go with this one here. You can add cable extensions. There you go. What's up, Kilobyte? How's it going? Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Yeah. Gen 5 might be better right now. It is less in demand for data center entries, but it's a whole market thing, so it may need waiting. Generally, you find the Gen 5 drive for like 2 or 3% higher than the Gen 4 drive. To me, it's worth it. I know it's been going on forever. Julesy, please tell me you're still with me. How much do we have left for a CPU cooler? $20. No, we have $70. Okay. Oh boy. Spicy. Oh, this case doesn't have any fans in it. Why doesn't it come with any fans? One moment. And back. I know you wanted a lot of RGB, so this one won't work here. Basically, as it turns out, we're going to be going a little bit over budget, it seems. Sorry. I do apologize. It's just the market as it is. We found you really good deals on CPU. Yo, they got the stage already? I really want that for my next build. I really, really do. Oh, they got the King Cool ones. That's right. Those are very affordable. That'll do it. So the only reason we got to go a little bit over budget is because of the case choice being $150. We have to buy you some fans. Why do they not have a reverse setting here? They don't. Okay. Is it all just, it's all Lian Li. It is all Lian Li. Okay. 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 All right. That sucks. Wait, they have pink fans? Oh, they have the matching fans. That's nice. They're not RGB though. And it's $50 for 4 of them. Yo, what's up, Bucketo? How's it going? All right, Braithorn, it's time for the ultimate optimization test. I'm going to get myself Helldivers 2 and see if I can make it run on my Hell machine. Any bets? You will make it to the menu screen. Arctic 240 is still around 80. I'd recommend. I appreciate the recommendation. But, yeah, 360 is right for this case. What'd you miss from this? Just me crashing out about GPUs and GPU prices. So it's cool that these fans match, but you did say in the form that you want a lot of RGB. The fans aren't going to provide that other than on the cooler. So if we go to white fans here, is it all Corsair, Lian Li, and NZXT? Do they not have just like off-brand RGB fans? Come on. Come on. Well, they got these. I like Montec, but they're not reverse, unfortunately. It would say RX 120. Let me see. What if I type in RX 120? RX 120. Let's see. Well, they have these RX 120s. That would work. It's $44.99. So for the bottom of your case, there's 3 fans that need to go down there. And if you get standard flow fans, you have to look at the back of the fan, and it's not as nice looking. With these, they put all 3 fans down there, and you see the nice pretty side and the RGB shining up and everything. So I would suggest these. There's 1 pack in stock, unfortunately. What about the AX 120s, though? They had that, AX 120, and that's... See, that looks better. This is tough. This is tough, man. Those Corsair IQ look tough. Yeah, so does the price. Actually prefer the pink fans. Okay, I was going off of your RGB choice, but that's fine with me, and it makes sense. You should still have some RGB peeking out from the front because of the AIO. But there we go. What this brought us to was $26,1991. Now, if we say build it for me, it brings it up to $28,69.90. I'm not even going to say nice because it's not nice because that's $70 over budget. But hey, that's fully built for you. Now, this is the insidious part of what Micro Center does. You just chose everything for your build. You're completely locked in. You're attached. You're super happy. And then they're like, bam, you want a protection plan? Oh, $250 for 2 years. Oh, but only $20 more if you want 3 years. So if you want system protection, you do have to pay them extra. That's just how that goes. But that's how I started this whole thing, by explaining all that stuff. And since you were still with it for Micro Center, I'm sure you already understand it. So there we go. There's Micro Center build. Here's what you need to do. Oh, another thing, by the way, You can, when you show up to get this built, basically, as long as you order 4 hours before closing, they'll build it for you. But before you order, instead, take the list to them and be like, first, I got to make sure everything's here. But secondly, are there any of these that are open box? Like the case, open box, the cooler, anything like that, whatever. And you might be able to snag some deals that way. So make sure to go by the store and look for open box for any of these things that match. Like if there's a different white 5070 Ti that's open box, you could save hundreds of dollars. There you go. So make sure you do that. Now, once you've clicked that link, okay, you need to go up here and save this build, okay? Save the build. That means you're going to have to make a Micro Center account. Yes, but you're probably going to want to do that anyway. So save the build, add it to cart, do whatever you got to do, but I will wait until you tell me that you have saved it. Alucard, I have a pack of the fans, but the purple ones. I can go grab them now and look at the connector if you want. Nah, don't do screenshots. It's better to have a save, Vaquero. Don't listen to Vaquero. Please listen to me, the streamer. Hi. Don't do screenshots. Actually save the build. Thank you. What are you trying to do here? Whose side are you on? Screenshots are not going to help you click a link and look at a product. Or hand over a list, or put it in your cart and purchase it and order it. Like, I don't want them to have to go looking up every component themselves. That's what I do. That's why I'm here. Pardon. Yeah, Alucard, I have the purple X50 and 2 boxes of the purple fans for it. But I haven't done the build yet because I have had traveling and stuff to do, and I need to clean up my whole studio if I'm going to do the build. But yeah. Vaquero, it's okay. Just making sure you understand why I insist on them saving the build. It's just better that way. Yeah, if y'all hang tight, I will turn the camera off here. I'll run over there and grab a box of those fans just so I can take a look at the connector real quick. Because now I'm curious. They better be PWM fans. Come on. All right. I shall return shortly. Okay, here we go. You saved the build. Thank you. You're welcome. Glad to hear it. There they are. These are the Taro Milk FA12s. Oh, thank God they are PWM this time. Okay, fake news then. Fake news. Why the fake news? Oh, wait, I don't need that. Hold on. I like packaging like this. Here, you know what? I've got a nice setup for face down, top down camera. Here we go. I like it when it's like this, where you can just like, look at that. I have another box of these so I can still get a nice unboxing during the stream. It is 4 fans. I thought it was 3, so that's good for a whole build. That's good. They have 2 of them. So we've got, yeah, that's PWM. So you're going to have one of these that has 4 pins and one that has 3. That's normal. That's normal for these extenders. These are really, really nice. Okay. These are really nice. It's like they want me to use white components in the build, but I have a black and purple motherboard though. What do I do? I use a black and purple motherboard. That's what I do. Yeah, that's not going back in, is it? No. Okay. I'm out of flat surfaces to put things. This is super bad. I hate this. Clean my studio. All the stuff from in it. Come on. Okay, it goes right there. That's fine. You need to throw the clock. Let me know, Braythorn. What does that mean? Yeah, are you related to Jay's 2 cents? You look so much like him. How? Like, people have said that on YouTube before. How? I literally have footage of myself next to him. First off, he's like a 9-foot tall freak of nature. That's one thing that I'm not. Also, we're both just slightly tubby white dudes with colored eyes. Like, that's not, and that talk about computers. That's literally it. It's the beard, I guess. Like, for one thing, he has a jawline. I don't. I evolved past it. That's what it is. All right, let me just put these here. Panther, if you knew how many comments I got on YouTube about that exact thing. Timu J's 2 cents. Yeah, I get it. There we go. Well, this is an international audience. Might be just that. That's true. Speaking of, how many people we got in here? Okay, cool. I'm surprised that anybody from YouTube showed up, considering how bad that was. Y'all's lighting also looks similar. It's just video lighting. It is just video lighting. Video lighting, there's a process for it to get it right, and that's all it is. You got a big light over here, maybe a smaller light over here, and you got video lighting. Also, he lights his studio similarly to the way I do. But yeah. Anyways, that one took a while. I'm sorry about that one taking forever. It's just Micro Center is not my favorite option right now. You get more for your money from system integrators these days, and also a warranty, but I get the convenience and experience of going to Micro Center. I don't live near one, but whenever I am near one, I'm there. You better believe it. I'm there as often as I can be from near one. I love the place. I hate the website. $20 minutes, not bad. No, not that. He has purple lights in one pic or a screenshot. That's such a random thing, though. Like, anybody could do that. His color is red, though. Like, his brand color is all red. He does do a lot of, like, vaporwave colors for his builds, though. I liked all the X50 colors. All of them were really good. All of them were really good. But yeah, the Jay's 2 cents thing just goes back so far. It's I've heard it so many times over like the last 4 years that I'm like, especially after I sort of like got to hang out with him a few times, it just felt odd because of all those. He doesn't know about those comments, but I did, and I was just like, we couldn't be more different. Like, well, we could obviously be more different, but still. By the way, Phil is hilarious. Jay is also hilarious, but he's a lot more chill just in person than he is in his videos. Like, there's a lot more goofiness in his videos. He's super chill in person. No. Don't apologize for that. That's okay. All I'm saying is I've gotten it a lot. Like, that's not a problem. He's a handsome devil, so I'm totally fine with that. I appreciate the compliment. That's what I'll take it as. There you go. Vaporwave is an aesthetic I have an extreme love-hate relationship with as someone with a graphic design past. It was, and to some extent still is, such an overused aesthetic, but it's used so much because it's so good. Yeah. Same thing with the music. Yeah, Jay is cool. Jay is super cool. I'm a little bit cool too. You're right. They're looking for what orange character series could go on the Orange X50 right now. Who is? Height is? I mean, they obviously should collab with Crunchyroll, but Crunchyroll is also a crap company, so I'm not really with that. Yeah, let's fire most of our subtitle artists and also use crappy software and totally screw up how good our subtitling is. Also, they should just go with Awesome Orange. That's it. I solved it. How is Star Forge as a system integrator? They're very good, except just don't expect any customization. If you want a crazy looking PC, you can get one in their they have amazing collab PCs. Some of the best UV printing you'll get on any PCs anywhere. But you cannot change anything in their PCs at all, ever. It's whatever it is what you're getting. Is it amazing orange or awesome orange? It's been so long. Whatever. What orange icon deserves to represent the X50 Astral Orange? They had to use the term astral, really, height, for that color. Naruto is the obvious choice. Annoying orange, awesome orange, amazing orange, annoying orange. There he is. It's been forever. Like, that is OG YouTube, okay? No, Naruto is the obvious choice. It's just that's an expensive collab. Like, they got to license that. Charizard would be cool, but Pokemon Company doesn't like to work with like anybody. Well, they do actually like to work with a lot of things that don't make sense, but like this would make sense and they wouldn't do it. Samus, hell yeah. Are you kidding me? 100%. But it's not the right shade of orange for the Varia suit. Fry would be great. Zenitsu would be dope. Zenitsu would be dope. What the hell is this? Is this Digimon? Is this what Digimon is? What is that? I'll do you one better. Why is that? I mean, y'all know they're probably just going to go with a VTuber. That's who they work with the most at Height. They work, or iBuyPower or Height. They work with VTubers all the time. Pochita would be amazing, but again, wrong shade of orange. Naruto's probably the closest here. It's the most like sensible option. Patamon is cooler than you know. You're right. I don't know how cool it is. And I just never got into Digimon. It just was, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It never appealed to me. Also, they have Mon in all of their names, right? Like in every one of them, it says Mon at the end. Okay, like tell me real quick. You can verify this for me. This will take just a second. In Digimon, does every creature, digital monster, have a name that ends in Mon? I know what Mon means because Pocket Monster, Pokemon is Pocket Monster, Digimon, digital monsters, right? Okay, I get that. Okay. Let's back away real quick. Let's separate ourselves and our sort of our preconceptions of what is cool and what isn't cool. That is objectively lazy. That is objectively lazy. That's just like lazy naming. I'm not saying because of that, Digimon is bad. But that is lazy. That is lazy. Astral 5090 says, "Oh, they will name it my name." Hi, Braythorn. Astral, you just named yourself after a GPU. They're naming it. It's like the GPU. You just happen to have chosen that name for yourself. I'm not trying to steal your thunder here. But they have better designs, though. That's objective. Stop it, camera. What the hell's your problem? That is a subjective. That's subjective. That is a subjective opinion. But if you look at the difficulty of naming something, if you have the last 3 letters of every one of them be the same, that is objectively lazy. I'm not talking about opinions here. That is less work. It is less work to do it that way. Less creativity is needed. So by default, it is less creative. And as a point, I am not going to... The only thing I won't do here is look up a Digimon. Actually, only if it's named Gundramon. That's the one I won't look up. What was that, Natty? What were you saying? Bray, you'll see how cool Digimon is. Look up Gundramon. I got bad news, Natty. I'm sorry. Just came in under the wire there, but the new rule says I can't look up that specific. I can't look up that specific. Look, I don't make the rules around here. Yeah, that's just... Wow, man. Yeah. If only you had typed that out before I said that. Or if I'd seen it, because, it's streaming, right? Live streams. Gundramon is the Murica Digimon. Really? Oh, no. Now I'm looking it up. I'm breaking the rules, everybody. Are you serious? Okay. What the hell? Natty, this is what you wanted me to see. This was going to convince me that Digimon was cool. Right? Okay, this is the best picture we have. This is the biggest resolution picture we have. I have to go here to zoom in. It's going to look terrible. What is this nightmare? What is that? What is the butt gun shooting at? It's just got a cannon. This is cooler. This is cooler design than Pokemon, right? Alucard, this is what you're saying? That they have better designs? This is the one you were thinking of, maybe? What if someone is behind? What if it's an innocent bystander, Lampfowl? How do you aim this thing? This is the last Starfighter, except it doesn't have to spin to do the Death Blossom, okay? Now, are there bad Pokemon designs? Yeah, of course there are. Of course there are bad Pokemon designs. Like that bad though? No. One second. Wow. Y'all convinced me. I'm going to throw away my Pokédex and we're going to start collecting. I mean, look, it's my weakness. I'm from Texas, born and raised. I see guns. I'm like sold. There we go. Cool. Is that foot thumbs? Is that a thumb for its foot? Like, we don't have to stop criticizing this. We can keep going. I can't get over the fact that these are 6-shooters. It has no hands. How does it reload after 6 shots? Bass player, you must not have been here when I was like, are there bad Pokemon designs? Yes. However, those two are actually great. So, and the name Chandelure is awesome because it lures, I think, children to their deaths or something. I don't know. It's actually, listen, we can talk about Digimon. The Pokédex entries in these games are horrifying, by the way. Actually, one universe I would never want to live in is a Pokemon universe. Do you know how bad it is? Bad. I'm glad you enjoyed the last Starfighter reference. Someone had to. Thank you. Thanks, Jean Paul. Yeah. Like, it's not even good art. This is like AI art before there was AI art. This is so bad. Thank you. You know what? Alucard, I want to say thank you for asking me to look this up. Thank you, Alucard. I appreciate that. I'm just kidding, Natty. You were right. This is hilarious. But for a second there, you were like, hey. DJ Simple Green, welcome. What's up? It's okay. I know, Alucard, that was the joke. Thank you. Thank you for making me explain that was the joke. Yes, the ears are the guns. Also the forehead. Also probably behind whatever teeth these are is more guns. Also shoulders are guns. Back wings, they're gun wings. I'm pretty sure these sights might be also laser. No, they're not. They're just, for some reason, glowing. Don't know why. We won't know why. Knees are guns. Heels are guns. This thing is just looking for collateral damage. Anyways, that's that. Let's... I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah. Yeah, I did notice that about the wings. Yes, they are very bad. Isn't this also a kid's game? Just checking real quick. This is also a kid's game, right? Like Pokemon is essentially a game for kids that those kids just happen to grow up, right? Like that's 90s kids are like adults now, and so that's why Pokemon is expensive, right? Sure. But like this is also a kid's game. Now, it's not like Inteleon doesn't exist. Inteleon, which is a sniper, but it snipes with water. It's a literal water gun. Okay, so like, to relax. Like, put this next to Dragonite. Okay, like that's the level of disparity here. Digimon die? Cool. Did this one? Did this one die? Did this one die? Give me some good news here. Started laughing when I was drinking, and yes, it is. Okay, good. Okay. It's a kids/teen game. Pokemon. All right, same. Yeah. Maybe it's just me, but for a link for the merch, not okay. Here, it's just this one. I haven't changed it in the panel, but there you go, JJ Blinks. Sorry about that. That's on fourth wall. I got to get that fixed. For a guy with guns, it was never that canon. Is that a canon joke? Like a canon narrative joke? That's good, if that's what the case is. Yeah, bass player, don't look too much into Pokédex lore, like Pokédex entries. They go crazy. They'll be like, oh, this is a fire type Pokemon. So like their skin is 1800 degrees Fahrenheit at all times. Give it a hug. It's super dumb at times, and then super horrifying for like most ghost types. And then you have like Cubone. Oh God, Cubone. I don't even need to tell y'all about Cubone. You know about Cubone. Anyway, let's rip some Pokemon packs. Yeah, let's do a wheel. Oh, really? That's kind of cool, Alucard. I'm still not going to play it. But that is cool. The other big, yeah. Yeah. Hugging a Snorlax would feel good. Yes. That's just like, who's going to be like, walk up to a sleeping Snorlax and just like play a flute? Just go lay out. That's nap time. It's nap time. Okay, then you die there. Yeah, Exile Wolf. That is true. Could it be an adult's game disguised as a kid's game? I mean, I don't think that's allowed, John Paul Bacon, unless you're talking about games that have warnings at the beginning of them, like indie horror games and stuff. Yeah. I don't think you're allowed to take an adult game and disguise it as a kid's game. I think that's frowned upon. Speaking of Pokédex, I know a fun fact about Decidueye's design language. It's based on Hawaii's only native owl species that went extinct, and that's why it's a part ghost type. That's super sick. It's sad. That's really sad, but that's very cool. That's the thing, is like a lot of Pokemon have a lot of like a lot of the inspiration for them is very cool. Like if you look at the starters for Scarlet and Violet, it's about festivals or holidays. Like you got you have like Fuecoco, or no, it's well, Fuecoco is a starter. Hold on, I'd have to like get into each one, but like Meowscarada is like Masquerade, and then you have Quaquaval is like this festival, and then how am I forgetting? the starter I used last, the final evolution, is... Well, it's Dia de los Muertos is what it's about. Look, all I'm going to say, with the amount of Pokemon in the Pokemon universe that could kill you in horrifying ways, dying in your sleep by getting crushed by Snorlax is not the worst way to go. It's probably the quickest way to go. Skeledirge, thank you, Shanala. Thank you. Y'all know I blank on some Pokemon names. I might be too old for this. 90s Japanese media, it's all teen stuff with deep adult themes. Not all of it. Not all of it. Easy to make generalizations, though. I mean, Shin-Chan was still a thing. Although that it has some adult themes, I guess, but not deep. There's still, like, fun slice of life stuff, all of that, you know. Well, no, keeping that over there. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? Let's spin the wheel. Let's just open something. Let's have fun. Y'all can just look at this for a second. Enjoy that. What? What did I miss? Okay. Okay. Gonna be recording. I want to open some Pokemon cards. No. I want to rip some Pokemon packs, but I don't know which to open. So let's have the wheel decide for us. And here it is. Let's see what we get. Journey Together ETB. You know, I probably could have named that better. You run out of space on the wheel and it just puts dots that it's not. It's don't. Okay, we're just going to remove that. Oh, it's Journey Together. Okay, all right. Just grow up. Grow up. Huh? Okay. Okay. I got this ETB. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Here we go. I got this ETB from Waxed Austin on February 9th, 2026. I got it for, I think, 80, for which an in-store price, not too bad at all. If I remember, that's if I remember correctly. But let's open this thing up. I started on, you know, I opened some Journey Together packs and I felt like it went really well. But since then, I don't feel like it's been going well. I know it's not the most popular Scarlet and Violet set, but I liked it. I want to continue liking it. And I don't know actually what the promo card is in here. So let's find out together. Of course, you got your guide here. There are some really cool cards here starting from the back. Really cool Zorua there. That is a chase card right there. You have some gold cards like a gold Zoroark, Spiky Energy. Some really cool full arts with trainers, all that kind of stuff. It's a cool set. The gold Iona's Belly Bolt, I would love to get for Belly Bolt, but I think one of the main chase cards here is Lily's Clefairy EX. So that is like a big chase card here. Either way, it should be, I think I have a lot of these Pokemon already because I've opened a decent amount of Journey Together, but let's still see what we get in here. So this is, oh, that's right. So the promo card we get is actually going to be an amazing Zorua card for my Pokédex. And I love getting these for that. This is fantastic. And that way I don't have to pull a good Zorua card. I have a full art right there. So that is going to look awesome in the Pokédex. Pretty decent sleeves here if you like N anyway. 40 energy, of course, is part of the deal. You have your damage markers, poison and burn. Your dice, which, dang, that is a sick EX dice. Probably my favorite color combo I've gotten so far. Because purple, and I am a simple creature. I like purple stuff. So, and the box, honestly, for storage, because you can use ETB boxes really effectively for storing things, is a really nice looking box. So that is cool. Probably one of my favorite things about ETBs is some solid promo cards and, of course, the storage that you get out of those boxes. 9 packs. So let's lock in and see what we can get. This is a lot of cards to do, but, you know, oh no. There we go. Okay, pack number 1. All right, basic energy. Centret, Qfant, Lombre, Squovit, Iris's Fighting Spirit, Octillery, and Focusing. Okay, Wheezing. It's like the moment I move a card, it cannot focus on the next one. Wait. Oh, Wheezing Reverse. Okay. Tadbulb Reverse, Iono's Tadbulb Reverse, and Reshiram EX. Very nice. I do have a better Reshiram card, but this is nice for the EX collection. That's a hit right there. That's a hit. Let's go. First pack, first hit. How about we try to get one every pack? That'd be cool, right? Let me actually get this focus to be manual focus, so that I'm not constantly worried about that. Where's my button for that? I know I got a button for that. All right. There we go. Now, as long as I hold it right here, it will always be in focus. That's nice. Panther, yeah, I don't really get to dictate any of that, like how the products are. It's all like print to order kind of stuff. Oh, Daniel, you got it. See you Thursday. Thanks for hanging out. Let's try to get it to where I had it before. There we go. All right, so we do our 1 card pack trick. That's our energy right there. Torkoal, Kamala, Coughing, which is what I'm doing right now. Excuse me. Shuppet, Kangoro, Grimmsnarl, Ends Supplements. Reverse Squawkabilly, I think, is an upgrade for the Pokédex. Nice. Cramorant Reverse, I think I already have. And Magmortar Hollow, I've already got. So, okay. We do need a little more than that. I want to love Journey Together again. I really do. I don't want everyone to just, it's just everyone right now is all about, I love Black Bolt, White Flare, sure. Okay. Black Bolt more so than White Flare, honestly. It's been kinder to me. But everyone's all destined rivals right now. And the prices in that are going crazy. But I want Journey Together to be just as good. It just doesn't have as many good chase cards. And that's how that goes. Matang. Ooh, that's a beautiful Noibat. That is gorgeous. Really, really cool card. Rockruff, Caterpie, Hops Cramorant, Maractus, Cincino, Reverse Delmise, Reverse Ludicolo. That's a really nice Ludicolo card, and Ends Reshiram. I've got the better version of that. So, all right, that's fine. Let's pack number 3. Let's keep going. Is that 3 or 4? Might be. It's 3. No, it's 4 now. We're on pack 4. I can count, I swear. All right. Oops. Here we go. Energy. At least we're not losing focus now. That's nice. Clink, Lotad, Nimble, Larvitar, Marowak, Alolan Marowak, Brock's Scouting. We know what you're scouting for. Virizion, Reverse Furret, Reverse Kecleon, and Hollow Regirock. Okay, pack 5. And 1 hit with 1. I'm about to swear off. I'm about to swear off Journey Together. I've given it a good run, but I've gotten most of the Pokemon I'm going to get out of it. And there's not really a lot of full art cards that I'm like, I got to get that. So I'm about to, this is my only Journey Together ETB I've ever done. So this might be the last of it. Okay, Alolan Graveler. Dunsparce. Ooh, well, we got Impidimp, and we did get that reverse Impidimp before, so I'm happy with that. That was, watch that short, because that's a thing for my girlfriend and I. Lechonk, Cloth, Levincia, Super Potion, Audino. I have a rad Audino card that I absolutely love, and I think it might be a Journey Together card. Piloswine, Reverse, and Hollow Noivern. If all I get is an EX out of this, yeah, I'm done with Journey Together. That's messed up if that's what happens. But it's okay. The only reason that it would disappoint me, because I'm usually not disappointed opening any Pokemon cards, because I'm trying to build a Pokédex, and any pack could give me new Pokemon to fill out the Pokédex. But if I keep going back to specific sets, then I can't keep growing that, because I'll get all the commons and uncommons, and I can't grow the Pokédex from there. Except for very rare cases. And I'm really not trying to pull for just chase cards here. That's a good way to have a bad time. There, okay, there we go. All right, there is our energy Pupitar. Alolan Geodude. Audino. Lily's Comfey. Do I already have a Comfey? That might be new for the Pokédex. That'd be good. That'd be good. Greedent. Regice. Lily's Ribombee Reverse. That might be an upgrade, actually, for Ribombee. Reverse Hop's Choice Band. And Meowscarada Hollow. Okay, we have 3 packs left. I miscounted, I think. I just know my head is big enough that the snapbacks never fit right. I also break out in a rash from plastic in direct contact with the back of my... Oh, okay. Well, that's not good then, Panther. Don't do that. But we do have a really good flex fit one. There's one that is a flex fit, and it's one of the most comfortable hats that I own. And I think they might have sizes for that, so you can get the extra large one or whatever if that works for you. But yeah, that's what I wear that one more than the snapback. I'm not really a snapback guy myself. I know a lot of people are, so I carry them. Okay, so we have 3 packs left. Okay, Basic Energy, Cubone. I really like that Cubone art. I think I've mentioned that before. And Joltik, Larvesta. I like that art too. Beldum, Hop's Choice Band, Hop's Corviknight. Hop, get out of my set. Just get out of my set. Hop's Wooloo. Knock it, reverse, knock it off. Parasect Reverse. That actually might be new for the Pokedex, and it's a reverse hollow. That's nice. And Lycanroc. Okay. Hollow. Penultimate pack. Second to last pack here. This is a good way. This is a good way to sort of sign off on Journey Together, I would say Lilligant. Because if I don't get most of the uncommons and commons out of this and what I've pulled before, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll have everything at that point. Dunsparce, Impadimp, Ends Castle, Hops Sandaconda, Copperaja, Reverse Furret. Is that my first Furret? See, again, like it's hard to pull every card, I guess. It's not like I master set, Journey Together, Reverse Linos Tadbulb, and Paldean Clodsire EX. That's a hit. Okay. It is a hit. Would not have minded getting a full art card out of this, but guess what? We're not done. There's still one left. But other than this, other than the promo card, I would not mind getting a full art card here. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that? I mean, I'm not crazy. I think that'd be cool. Oh, that's actually cool, Natty. Very cool to hear that. Okay, basic energy, sure. Qfent, Lombre, Squovit, Metang, Maractus, Toadskruel, Ruffian, Reverse Octillery, Reverse Levincia, and Hops Snorlax. Hollow. That's all we got from an entire ETB other than, hey, you know what? That's going to be a great... This is super cute. Okay, I'm taking this out of plastic just so you can see this. Like, I don't think there is a cuter Zorua card out there, okay? Oh, that's right. I'm not on. Look at that. That is super cute, okay? That's a really cute card. So you know what? We'll take it. But I think I'm done with Journey Together. So let's see what set I take on next. Get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already. And I'll see you then. Yeah, what are you going to do? I can't get anything out of Journey Together. I've gotten a couple of really good pulls. It's just it was very early on and I never got anything after that. I like the purple color scheme on the snapback. It is really nice. That I did order that one and I really like it. I also like it with the cyan too. It's really cool. But I rarely wear that one just because of that. But that one, that snapback Panther, that is meant to be combined with the dark mode jacket. Just look at that. There's a black and purple snapback hat on the merch store, and then I have the dark mode jacket to go with it, and it's pretty good combo. If like I don't think I can pull it off personally, but I also don't care, so I do it sometimes if I'm going to like a party or something at Computex or an after party at Computex or something, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to stand out. But it's a good combination. Well, not that stuff. Like Evangelion experiment on Ergo till the 2000s. I miss it kind of. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that vibe never really went away. But I was excited about that ETB. Now, if I might have gotten like 4 new Pokemon out of that, that's not great for 9 packs. And like $80. So yeah. I've got other stuff here that's really exciting. And of course, new things are coming out. So I'm not like sweating it too much, but you want to get lucky on stuff. You want to like get something cool. We didn't really get anything out of that whole ETB. Little bit annoying. Just a little bit though. Really not that bad. I think I spent all my luck getting the black Zekrom EX. I've never played on Showdown, Lampfell. That would be fun. I really need to. I really want to learn VGC, double battle stuff. That'd be really cool. I watch a lot of Wolfie and stuff, and just like different videos on that. But I've never really tried it. Sorry about the music. Sorry, I had it turned up for the wheel sound effects. Yeah, it does, Panther. It really does. I want to get it in a flex fit. I want to have that color combo in a flex fit. And the thing is, I haven't checked Fourth Wall in a long time to see what new stuff they have. So I should check. I should see what they've got. There's so many cards I have to log and check against the Pokédex and see. It's I'm so behind on that. Yeah, and I could do more tonight, but let's do it Thursday instead. How about that? Okay, what we'll do is no, not that. Okay. If you can get in the flex fit, let me know. I mean, I guess if you come back here and I've done that, I'll let you know for sure. I'll have to look. I haven't looked at new items for a long time, so. Oh, never mind. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. What we'll do is we'll raid a good Pokemon creator. Silver Lugia. I'm kidding. I'm gonna be good at this. I know I am. I believe in myself. But that's what we'll do. Anyone, I'll be back. Let's ban me. No worries. Panther, I'm good. I'm not allergic to exclamation points, so you're still welcome here. You're good. Yeah, we're gonna raid Silver Lugia. Everyone stick around for at least the next 90 seconds so you can say hi, even if you gotta go. It just makes me happy. So that's gonna be it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We did some computer stuff and we did to Pokemon. I did that. Sure did. If you enjoyed it, come back on Thursday, 8 p.m. Central. See you then. And until then, take care.
Let's go, nerds!